Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today we have a grammar session A2. Like always, if you're unfamiliar with something, you struggle with something I say or I show you, please feel free to always go back to my other courses if you need to repeat or look something up. Today we will continue our Modalverben in the past tense. So let's go. As I said last week, our topic is the Preteritum or imperfect. And because it is so different from the perfect tense, the other past we know, they just give it to you by little units. And now we have the Modalverben. This table I explained last week. You can check it out, but we will compare the exercise I gave you also. Konntest du dich erinnern? Musste er sich entscheiden? Durftest du dich setzen? Wollte er sich duschen? Sollte er sich informieren? Wolltet ihr euch vorstellen? Konntest du dich verabschieden? Solltet ihr euch entschuldigen? Wolltest du dich ausruhen? As you can see, we have the modal verb in position 1 because we have a question without question word, and verb 2, the actual verb, is in infinitive at the end, verb 2 in the final position. Another special thing about all those verbs here in this exercise, they all have a reflection. Subject and object is the same. So it is mich, dich, sich, uns, euch, sich. You can see them here. And I'm a little bit not confused, but I'm quite surprised that they give it to you like this without the explanation. Normally, this booklet is really reliable, but I'm pretty sure it will come up soon. If you want to check it by yourself, it is reflexive Verben. You will find a lot about this in the internet. You will find a lot about this when you Google it like this. Okay, this is the exercise. Pretty easy, actually. If we remember, then we have to conjugate the modal verb and leave the verb to in its infinitive form. We have another exercise here. Let's read the example. Sollt ihr Paul helfen? Wir sollten ihm schon gestern helfen. So what does it mean? Should you help Paul? We should have helped him yesterday already. So one thing I want to say about this position here, again, we have a question without question word. So we have verb 1, in this case, our modal verb on position 1. And in the answer, we have a normal subject verb thing. So we have it on position 2. The subject of the sentence is here on position 2, here position 1, like always in a question. And then we have the object. In this case, we don't have a reflection of the subject, but we have another person or another thing. In this case, it's Paul, and we change it into Dativ. Of course, you could also say, wir sollten Paul schon gestern helfen. But for further practice, to express again a sentence with a dative object and a personal pronoun in dative, you should try to substitute it. And our actual verb is in the last position in infinitive. So if you want, you can press pause and try to answer those questions in the same manner. Müsst ihr das Paket abholen? Wir mussten es schon gestern abholen. Do you have to pick up the package? We had to pick it up yesterday. Das Paket neutral. Es. Kannst du Carmen anrufen? Ich konnte sie schon gestern anrufen. Can you call Carmen? I could call her yesterday already. Carmen female name became sie. Willst du die Arbeit erledigen? Ich wollte sie schon gestern erledigen. Do you want to finish the work? I wanted to finish it yesterday. In German, the work is female, die Arbeit. So also, we have here sie. Has nothing to do with the gender or biological gender. Darfst du deine Tante besuchen? Ich durfte sie schon gestern besuchen. Are you allowed, or can you in English also, visit your aunt? I was allowed to visit her yesterday already. Die Tante, female of course, became also sie. Müsst ihr den Wagen reparieren? Wir mussten ihn schon gestern reparieren. Do you have to repair the car? We had to repair the car or it already yesterday. Der Wagen, of course in Nominativ, and in Akkusativ it is den Wagen. So we have to say ihn. Sollst du den Schlüssel zurückgeben? Ich sollte ihn schon gestern zurückgeben. Do you have to give back the key? I had to give it back yesterday already. Musst du den Vertrag unterschreiben? Ich musste ihn schon gestern unterschreiben. Do you have to sign the contract? I had to sign it yesterday already. Sollt ihr den Text kontrollieren? Wir sollten ihn schon gestern kontrollieren. Do you have to control or check the text? We had to check it yesterday already. Wollt ihr die Reise buchen? Wir wollten sie schon gestern buchen. Do you want to book the travel or the vacation? Depends. We wanted to book it yesterday already. Die Reise, sie. Kannst du die Rechnung bezahlen? Ich konnte sie schon gestern bezahlen. Can you pay the bill? I could pay it yesterday already. Die Rechnung, sie. This is it, and as you can see, it's quite clear, the structure. You only have to visualize it to see, okay, we have the subject, we have the verb 1, the modal verb, we have the object, some other things we want to say, and the final position in infinitive. This is it. One difficulty I see often is to choose the right modal verb. It doesn't matter if it's in past tense or it's in present. Sometimes it's hard to choose. And because I don't want to start a new topic today, I want to keep it short and start with something new next week. We will do a little exercise and I will show you now. Here we have 10 statements, 10 sentences. Try to fill in the blanks. You can choose the modal verb and you have to keep in mind if it is past tense or present or maybe even future. You can press pause, fill in the blanks, and then we will compare. Okay, let's try. Gestern musste ich lange arbeiten. First thing we need to know, okay, gestern, it's definitely our past, Preteritum to be precise. And arbeiten is a task, something we have to do. And the most common thing to say is had to do something, had to work. Of course, we can also say, gestern wollte ich lange arbeiten. I wanted to work yesterday a little bit more. But we want to go for the first solution, for the safe one. Next one. Hier darf man rauchen. So first you see, okay, this is a general statement. General statements are present normally. One is allowed to smoke here. So in this case, to have permission to do something. The opposite would be, hier darf man nicht rauchen. This would be a case of prohibiting something. Next one. Es ist wirklich schade, dass ihr morgen nicht auf unser Fest kommen könnt. Let's check out the signals again. Morgen, definitely future, and in this case, it's also grammatically speaking present. And we go for the safe choice. It is really sad that tomorrow you cannot come to our party. This is a das Nebensatz. We will learn it very soon also. Don't get confused by it. So, können in this case is to not be able to come, to not be able to do something. Next one. Sag mir bitte, was ich einkaufen soll. Please tell me what I should buy. In this case, sollen, to must, or to have to. If we would say, sag mir bitte, was ich einkaufen kann, this sounds a little strange. Please tell me what I am allowed to buy. This doesn't make sense. The grammar, sag mir, is, by the way, imperative, giving an order or giving advice. Next one. Ich möchte mich gern für den Deutschkurs anmelden. Möchte, to want to do something. Am Wochenende wollte ich Sport treiben, aber es hat zu viel geregnet. Our signals here, it rained, perfect tense. This is perfect or perfect. Am Wochenende, at the weekend or this weekend. So we see, okay, definitely past tense. So we need to change it also into Preteritum again. At the weekend or during the weekend, I wanted to work out, but it was raining too much, or it did rain too much. Again, wollen, to want. The next one is a little bit harder. I will tell you in a second why. Während der Prüfung durfte das Handy nicht angeschaltet sein. So during the exam, the phone was not allowed to be switched on. So durfte nicht, not being allowed to. Why is it a little harder? Because this one here is something you maybe have learned already, maybe you haven't. Actually, it just means be switched on. And the be is our verb that is on the final position. Durfte das Handy nicht angeschaltet sein. But everything else stays the same. The next one is open for interpretation. Kann ich bitte ein Glas Wasser haben? Can I have a glass of water, please? We have another option. Darf ich bitte ein Glas Wasser haben? This means may. This is a little bit tricky. I talked about it in one course. When we were younger in school and we wanted to go to the bathroom during class, we said to our teacher, kann ich auf Toilette gehen? Can I go to the bathroom? And then the teacher would say, of course you can, but you're not allowed to. So they were making fun of us for asking like this because it's not the correct German. So we have to say, darf ich auf Toilette gehen? May I go to the bathroom? Because to can do something, it's the ability. But to be honest, both is fine. Maybe you can remember the story and then you know, okay, asking for permission, asking for something, it's better to say dürfen, may. Hier in der Bibliothek muss man leise sein. Here in the library, one has to be quiet. Vielen Dank für die Einladung zum Abendessen. Soll ich etwas mitbringen? Thanks a lot for the dinner invitation. Should I bring something? Of course, we can also say, must I bring something? But this sounds a little rude in English. Soll can also mean should I. Because in English, if we say, do I have to bring something, like here, the other person would say, you don't have to, but if you want, of course, you can bring something. So the meaning and the tone and the politeness is a lot different than in German. So many similarities, English-German, as you know by now, but of course, some things are just not the same. And the level of politeness and the meaning with the modal verbs is one of those things. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. You can follow me on Instagram if you want, on this channel, of course, and on my little Facebook group. We try to interact every day with my crash course videos and with other questions I post there. And I hope the more the merrier. I will see you very soon and have a great start into the week. Bye.